अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाजरीन। प्रोग्राम गेम्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स में मैं हूं आपके साथ सरदार खान। व्यूवर्स, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि पाकिस्तान ने भारत की टीम को कराची टेस्ट में शिकस्त देकर तकरीबन 20 साल के बाद सीरीज़ जीतने का एजाज़ हासिल किया है और पाकिस्तान की क्रिकेट टीम को इस मरकज़ पे, इस नुक्ते पे लाने के लिए कि जहाँ से पाकिस्तान की टीम फाइट बैक करके वापस आ सकती है, वो जिस शख्सियत को जाता है, हमारे लिए एजाज़ की बात है कि आज हमारे स्टूडियो में तशरीफ़ रखते हैं Pakistan cricket team के coach Bob Woolmer. Bob, first of all, welcome to you, and I must congratulate you for the wonderful display. That because of your coaching and because of the super performance of the players, Pakistan have been able to win the series after 20 years against India. How does it make you feel?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me on the show. You know, part of the process of winning is all the hard work that comes in before. So obviously you feel satisfied that the hard work is paying off and all the players are working hard at their game and so on. So it's a good feeling.
So 6 wicket down for 40 odd runs and a hat trick being done by Irfan Pathan. Were there any moments of anxiety?
I think at 37 for 6, if you'd said to me that we'd get 245, I would have said I would have laughed at you, but I would have taken it. But it was a desperate situation, and you know, we didn't actually play that well. I mean, the ball moved around a lot, but we could have sort of hung on a little bit harder. But when you get a hat trick and 2 first ballers, it's very tough. But yeah,
it is a world record.
Yeah, absolutely. And Irfan Pathan bowled very well. And he bowls some superb deliveries. You know, when you first go in and your feet aren't moving properly and that ball swings like it did, it's actually quite difficult to negotiate. And he got the ball right on the spot. Yeah, there was some anxiety. I mean, I said to, I actually got up and walked inside the dressing room because I'm watching her from outside, and I said to Inzi, we just need one of our young pups to come to the party now. And sure enough,
Kamran Akmal did.
The Mahali twins,
yeah.
Razak and Kamran, they came to the party.
And they saved the day for you.
Yes, well, I mean, I wouldn't say saved the day, but they certainly got us a total, which was, on that pitch, defendable to a certain extent. I did feel that 245 wasn't enough, but it was just doing a bit. And we have some good bowlers.
Yeah.
We have some good bowlers, but it was a wonderful innings by Cameron. Deservedly, he got the Man of the Match award for it, but, and he's played pretty well for us in the last 4 or 5 games. Actually.
You must also be very pleased the way Karachi wicket had behaved in that test match.
I have to say to you, not just because we're in Karachi, but it's like being at the fortress of Pakistan cricket. The crowd is just fantastic, the public give you so much support, and without doubt, every country should play in Karachi. There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever. And Pakistan should insist on that because the pitch is a beautiful cricket pitch, a good test pitch, and you get this wonderful support. And I think it's just imperative that all the visiting sides come to Karachi.
Given the fact that Pakistan's strength lies in the fast bowling, like as Mohammad Asif turned out to be, don't you think that we should have had the wicket in Faisalabad and Lahore similar to the Karachi one?
Absolutely, but it was weather-wise, it was impossible to prepare. Faisalabad pitch is devoid of all grass. Far too much cricket is played there, and so they don't keep the Test wicket pristine, you know, virgin. It's very important for that to happen in the future. And it's a lesson that's been learnt. It's a harsh lesson. Lahore also was overused. You know, there was Australia A, there was the South African Academy, there was England, 2 one-day internationals there, and a test match. And the 3 strips that they have, especially for test cricket, were already used. So that couldn't come up. And in between the end of the England tour and the beginning of the Indian tour, they had fog, rain and very heavy clouds. So without the sunshine to bake the clay, without the roller, you can't get a pitch with any bounce in it.
Well, it takes me to 2 issues that you described as that because of the weather wicket could not be raked properly. But in England, we have similar weather, rainy weather, cloudy weather all the time. Number two, if we talk about that...
I'll stop you there.
Yeah.
Because in 1976, they didn't have rain for 45 days in England, Indian summer. So, you know, with all due respect, English weather does have sunshine. Plus, they have very experienced groundspeople who know what's going on, and they prepare their wickets well in advance.
And number two, you said that a lot of cricket was played on those wickets before the test matches.
Yes.
Then one can easily draw the conclusion or inference that it was a lack of planning on part of Pakistan Cricket Board.
If you've only got 4 grounds in which to play on, because none of the countries will go to the other grounds, it's hardly lack of planning. It's just it's dumped on you. Here you are. These are only 4 pitches you can use. So, with all due respect to that particular statement, it's quite clear that we need to spread test matches around the country more.
I think you can fill out another vacancy in Pakistan Cricket Board. That is a very effective and impressive spokesman of Pakistan Cricket Board, I would say. Bob, now having Faisal Iqbal playing in place of Inzamam ul Haq and performing well in the second innings, and for that matter, if we take that, it was a big question that without Inzamam, thinking of winning a test match, great achievement.
Well, I think you'll find the team ethic. Obviously, Inzamam is a very fine player, and if Inzamam's there, we score quickly, we get big totals, and we get ourselves in a position to win test matches. And without him, obviously, we have to then plan and work out how we're going to score a lot of runs. And you know, in the past, in the West Indies, when Inzamam wasn't there, we faltered. This time, we learnt from that, and we have this team ethic in the squad now, which is about everyone taking responsibility. And the great thing for Faisal Iqbal is, he made a comeback, and in the first innings, unfortunately, he only got 5. But so it really showed tremendous guts, application, determination, and a lot of skill. And that's really the sort of player that we're going to have in the future. You know, I mean, it would be horrible to say this, but if we had a test match in 3 days' time, Inzamam is fit again, unfortunately Faisal Iqbal would have to stand down from the balance of the side. And that's how tough it is to get into the Pakistan side at the moment. And it's a really, it's a headache for the selectors, but it's a good headache.